You've seen the headlines, right? One day it's AI is coming for your job, and the next it's AI will create millions of new jobs. It's confusing. One headline screams doom, the next promises a bright new future. So, what is the real story here? Let's get past the noise.
Okay, let's start with the big, scary number, the one that grabs all the attention. Investment bank Goldman Sachs came out with this bombshell prediction: AI could impact a staggering 300 million jobs across the US and Europe. We're talking about either outright replacement or a serious downgrade of what people do day to day.
But hold on, before you rush to update your LinkedIn profile, you've got the World Economic Forum painting a very different picture. They predict that, yeah, AI will displace some roles, but it's also on track to create 97 million new ones.
So, which is it? Is AI this massive job killer, or is it a job creator? This is the big question we're going to unpack. And to really get to the bottom of it, we need to look at how this technology is actually being used in the real world, right now.
So, let's zoom in from those massive global numbers to something we all get: ordering food. The restaurant industry is this fascinating, real-time test kitchen for AI's impact on work. And believe me, it's happening a lot faster than you might think.
Now, what's really wild here is just how broad this is. We're not just talking about a robot flipping burgers. We're talking about AI that optimizes staff schedules to keep people from burning out, voice assistants that take your order, self-service kiosks to speed up checkout, and even AI that helps screen new job applicants. It's touching pretty much every corner of the business.
And listen, this is not some sci-fi future. The next time you're in a drive-thru, you might actually be talking to a bot. Some of the biggest names you can think of, McDonald's, Wendy's, White Castle, they are all deep into testing AI chatbots to handle your order.
But it is not all about replacing the person at the window. Check out what Panera Bread did. They used AI to get super personal with their loyalty program. The results? I mean, look at this. They were huge. Members started visiting 70% more often and spent 20% more each time they did. So in this case, AI isn't taking a job, it's literally creating more business.
And this brings us to what is probably the most crucial point of this entire explainer. If you want to understand AI's impact on our jobs, you have got to realize that not all AI is the same. There are two fundamentally different ways it's showing up at work.
And here it is. This is the key idea, and it comes from some pretty deep economic research. The effect AI has on our jobs comes down to one simple question: what is its function? Is it there to displace a human task, or is it there to augment a human's skills? That difference? It's everything.
And this slide just illustrates that difference perfectly. On one side, you have displacing AI. This is all about replacing routine, predictable tasks to lower costs. Think of an AI that can see or hear to take an order. But on the other side, you've got augmenting AI. This type is designed to enhance our skills, to boost our productivity and creativity. Think of it less as a replacement and more as a powerful assistant.
All right, so let's break this down. First, let's take a closer look at the kind of work AI replaces. This is the world of what researchers call perception-based AI.
So, what does perception-based actually mean? Well, this is AI that has gotten incredibly good at the kind of routine stuff that relies on senses we take for granted. Things like seeing, hearing, and then processing information that follows a really predictable pattern.
And if we bring it back to our restaurant example, you can see it plain as day. An AI voice bot replaces the human task of taking an order, and the main driver is saving on labor costs. Self-service kiosks take over processing payments, driven by a need for more speed and better accuracy.
So why are companies doing this? Well, this quote from a finance director at the Four Seasons just cuts right to the chase. Labor is a big cost in our business, probably the biggest cost. It is essential we show a return on the business. And that, right there, is the core driver of displacing AI: efficiency and cost reduction.
But of course, that's only half the story. Now let's flip the coin and explore the work that AI enhances. This is where we get to talk about AI for engagement and creativity. See, augmenting AI is totally different. It's not a replacement. It's more like a co-pilot. Its job is to crunch massive amounts of data, to basically give humans superpowers, boosting our creativity, helping us learn faster, and letting us engage more deeply with customers.
Let's go back to the restaurant one last time.
In this world, AI personalizes loyalty offers, which frees up the staff to provide more meaningful, high-touch service. It uses smart scheduling to keep employees from getting overworked, and it can analyze thousands of reviews to spot patterns, helping management create a better customer experience for everyone.
And the results? They can be really powerful. I mean, just look at Starbucks and their Deep Brew AI. By analyzing all that member data, it delivered a huge 30% boost to their marketing return on investment and a 15% jump in customer engagement. See, this isn't about cutting costs. This is about creating new value.
The hospitality legend Danny Meyer, he sums up this whole philosophy just perfectly. He says the future belongs to those who use technology to enhance rather than replace human connection. Let AI handle the boring transactional stuff, which frees up people to do what only people can do, provide those transformational experiences. So, where does all this leave us? The real goal isn't just to have robots, or just to have humans. The real question is about how we keep humanity in the loop as we redefine what work even means in the first place.
The future for most businesses isn't one or the other. It's really a two-track strategy. They're going to use Displacing AI to automate routine tasks and lower their operating costs. But at the exact same time, they're going to use Augmenting AI to make their staff more productive and create new value. It's both.
And this leads to a subtle but really important shift in how we should think about this. An economist named Carl Benedict Frey argues the real challenge isn't just your job being replaced, it's the rise of more competition because AI is giving a much wider group of people the tools to produce incredibly high-quality work. Basically, the bar is getting higher for all of us.
So in a world where AI can write code, design images, and analyze mountains of data, what's left for us? Well, the skills that are becoming the most valuable are the ones that are, for now, uniquely human. Real leadership, emotional intelligence, creativity, critical thinking, and that kind of nuanced communication that a machine just can't replicate.
So let's end right where we started. This conversation isn't really about AI versus humans anymore. The technology is here, and it is fundamentally redefining the nature of work. The real question we all have to answer now is this: are we redefining our skills to match?